How's it going? Got a Hustler Raptor 52 inch. Bought it from a buddy just to do a little work to it and sell it. It needs a new starter. It'll crank, but as soon as it gets hot, the starter's weak and it don't want to fire up. So I'll just go through the steps of just swapping the starter out on this. Pretty easy. Just got to move some interferences out of the way. First thing you got to do is take the negative off the battery. You can leave the positive hooked up. It don't have to come off. All right, next step. We got 5/16 bolts around the cover of the engine. Got to pull the dipstick tube, just have it out of the way, or just spin it 180 degrees. And then there's a fuel pump on the other side. 2 fuel pump bolts, 10 millimeter. A lot of these Kohler engines are exactly the same. This is a 24 horsepower 7000 series. Once you get the fuel pump bolts out, depending on the design, flip these tabs, get your air intake cover out of the way, and then the cover comes right off. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, 2 fuel pump bolts. It just hangs over here to the side. And now you can get to your starter. All right. You got to pull the power wire, which is at the very base of the starter, down here. For some reason, it's a 7/16. So you just there's a nut loose on the stud, and so pull that off of there. All right. Once that's loose, these 2 bolts are 10 millimeter. I'll just get them loose and then I'll run them out with the impact. This is your ground wire for your starter. All right, those are loose. Run those out of there. All right. She's loose. All right, we have the old starter, and just compare them. Make sure everything's like for like. So this one has a 10 millimeter nut that came with it, whereas this one was a 7/16. So at least now they match. So make sure you put it back on the right way, not backwards. Stud goes to the bottom right. All right, I'm gonna bolt her back up. All right, install the new starter. We'll start the bolt without the ground on it first, so I'm not fighting with that. Just kind of pull it out a little bit and you can see the threads to start it. Get some pressure off of it. Should go in pretty easy. All right, now let's put our ground one on. All right, those are started good. All right, I'm gonna support the starter and run the bolts in real slow. All right, we'll snug these up with a wrench. Everything looks good. Now I'm going to put power wire back on. It's a little bit tight, so you gotta push it away from you to get it back on. Nothing can be easy. I'm gonna rebend that wire just a little bit. Lift that up. A little more of a 90 in it. Now she goes right on. I'm gonna move a little bit so you can see that wire. There you go. You see I just put a little bit more of a, right here, put a little more of a 90 in it. Lock washer. Put the nut back on. Don't cross thread anything. All right. We'll run her up with the 10 millimeter a little bit. All right. Tighten her up. Nothing crazy, it's a small stud on the starter, so just snug it up good. All right, starter's on. We'll go hook the battery back up. All right, hook the battery back up. Battery is 7/16. All right, battery. All right, we're going to bump the starter. Give it a test. There she goes. Sounded good too. All right, put it back together. Put this on, cover on first. Line everything up. There she is. Spin this back around. So these 4 bolts go in first. They're fine thread, so you gotta really hold your mouth just right and get them started so you don't cross thread them. There we go. There's 2. Got 1 more over here. All right, that's 3. And then the last one, this side. All right, snug those up. Oh, those are 5/16. They seat in a little crevice on this cover. All right. All right, got to put these 2 bolts back in. These are coarse thread. They just thread into plastic. Way less precise. That's all she wrote on that. All right. Now the real test. I'm gonna turn the choke on. Apparently I need to adjust something. We'll try one more time. Easy peasy, brand new starter. Thanks for watching.